Darjeeling, the Queen of Hills, is one of the famous tourist spots in India in the foothills of Himalayan mountain range situated in West Bengal. World famous for its toy train and lush green tea plantation, Darjeeling is one of the best places to visit in India. Today's vlog will be covering Darjeeling in one day travel itinerary. So keep watching. If you have any query, feel free to ask in the comment section below.
To start with, the first question would be how to reach Darjeeling. So Darjeeling can be reached by road from Siliguri, which is 77 kilometers away. It also has connections with Bagdogra, Gangtok and the neighboring towns of Kurseong and Kalimpong. However, the rail and the road transports often get disrupted in monsoons because of landslides. You can also take the joyride of toy train from NGP to reach Darjeeling. To save time, we booked cab from Siliguri to Darjeeling, which costed us around 5,000. This is the Paglachura waterfall, which is located in east of Kurseong. The Mahananda river originates from this waterfall and it descends through the Mahananda Wildlife Sanctuary towards the plains of Siliguri and Jalpaiguri. Now we are heading towards Kurseong and we are just few kilometers away from this beautiful city.
There are a lot of headpin turns in this road and it's also steep. So we need to be very much careful if you are coming by bike or by car. And I'm just loving the weather, all around clouds and fogs. And this is kind of a viewpoint where you can pick with the Isle of Kurseong. And
this is a small sightseeing place with a lot of mountain views, but sadly due to this weather and this dense fog and clouds here, we are unable to see the mountains in front of us. We have almost reached Kurseong now and we will be heading towards the Eagle's Crag viewpoint first. Kurseong is surrounded by a large number of tea gardens which include the famous Castle Town, Makayabari, Ambuti and Gunti viewpoint, which is located in the center of the town and is a viewpoint from where you can see the views of tea estates, surrounding mountains, hills, hamlets and slopes.
at Eagle Crag viewpoint, but unfortunately it is closed for now and it will take another 20 minutes to open, but we won't wait. It's a very good viewpoint and yeah, you can see the weather, all clouds everywhere. It's like kind of heaven we are in. So keep watching, we'll be showing you more views from other viewpoints moving ahead. This is the iconic view of Kurseong town from Gidda Pahar Road. The TV tower and the Prasar Bharati office is located in the center of the town, which is a heritage view here, and in my view it looks like the crown on the head of the king. So after this beautiful view, we are heading toward our next stop, which is Dow Hill School. Kurseong is also the most haunted hill station in India. Dow Hill is a home to Death Road, Headless Ghost, Haunted School and countless real ghost stories. So we have reached the Dow Hill School.
Dow Hill School was established in 1879, which is affiliated to the ICSE board and it's run by the government of West Bengal. Seeing the architecture of the school, it reminds me of the Hogwarts School of the Harry Potter series. We are at the Dow Hill Park now. It's a small eco park with a lot of pine forest and a beautiful variety of flowers around. In the adjacent woods, there is an enormous fence zone where you can see some deers, but wandering into the forest is not permitted. Hope you are liking the views and enjoying our vlog.
If you're enjoying our vlog, please hit the like button and also subscribe to our channel AJBJ Diaries and keep appreciating.
This is the view of the Darjeeling Eco Park. You can see the all-round view of this beautiful eco park. It's covered in fog all over. The pine trees here make the views more spooky. The Dow Hill is a beauty and a beast. Day or night, paranormal activities never cease here. Tourists who visit this place feast their eyes on the natural beauty of the destination and their eyes on the horror tales associated with the haunted sites.
There are storytelling that woodcutters had watched the headless ghost of a young boy walking and disappearing in the forest. People have also reported cases of being followed and constantly washed over by an unseen entity. So, whatever the stories might be, but the beauty of this place lies in its loneliness, noiseless, and the forest of the pine trees.
Moving ahead towards Darjeeling, the small houses built on the mountain slopes of this town is an eye-catching view for all the tourists here.
You can also get chance to see toy train running right side by your roads on the mountains.
For a much needed breakfast, we stopped at Tung at Margaret's Deck, few kilometers above Kurseong. This cafe is actually associated with the Goodrick tea states. You can buy huge variety of tea according to your taste, which ranges from around 300 rupees to 5000 rupees per kg. This cafe has a beautiful lush green views of the mountains and the overlooking tea gardens. People on the way to Darjeeling stop here for a tea break or a breakfast. It has outdoor as well as indoor seating area. The outdoor seating area gives you the view of this magnificent mountains, the clouds, and the windy air.
Let's test this.
Chicken wrestling. Chicken wrestling. After our brunch, we are now heading towards Darjeeling. The weather has become too cold and you can see the fog and mist all around the place. The visibility is too low and the weather has changed drastically. Now we are at Ghum, a few kilometers away from Darjeeling.
Darjeeling is full of the pine trees, and that is visible when you're traveling by the roads or by the toy train. And these trees make the beauty of the nature to its extreme. So we have reached our first viewpoint in Darjeeling, which is Batasia Loop. The temperature has gone quite low and we can feel the coolness in this area.
Batasia Loop is around 20 minutes from Darjeeling town. There's no better place to get a 360-degree view of Darjeeling's landscape, including the hill town and the snow-covered peaks of the eastern Himalayas. It has a lovely flowering garden around which the toy train track is laid. Batasia means airy space, and as you stand on one side of the garden to see the toy train, it makes a complete loop while hooting its sound along the way. The world famous toy train, the Darjeeling Himalayan Railways, descends through this loop for about 140 feet. This Batasia loop was created by the British to counter such sharp descents in the hills of Himalayas. You can also take a walk along the tracks of the toy train and complete the loop yourself. The toy train takes a turn at this place and moves downwards. The War Memorial is at the center of the Batasia Loop, which was opened in 1995 to commemorate the Gorkha soldiers. Batasia Loop has a number of flea market sort of stalls where the locals sell winter clothes, accessories, and also the traditional Nepali dress. The mountain views from this place were so mesmerizing that the camera could not do justice to what our eyes watched. This is a must-visit place in Darjeeling to witness the scenic landscape of the mountains and also the toy trains along the tracks. You can see how beautiful the toy train tracks are laid in between this eco park.
So, to our next stop, we are at Padmaja Naidu Himalayan Zoological Park to see the cute little red panda. This zoo is the largest high altitude zoo in India. It specializes in breeding animals adapted to alpine conditions and successful captive breeding program for the snow leopard and Himalayan wolf and the red panda. Ticket here for Indian visitors are 50 rupees and for foreigners it's 100 rupees. In India, this elusive species is found in Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Darjeeling and Kalimpong district of West Bengal. It is the state animal of Sikkim. Listed as endangered in IUCN Red List of Threatened Species and under Schedule 1 of the Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Red panda has the highest legal protection. Watching this animal for long time also won't make you bored because of the cuteness of this cute little panda. This zoo also preserves the black bear and Himalayan wolf.
are now heading towards the famous Mall Road, which is also known as Chaurasta, Darjeeling. Darjeeling Mall or Chaurasta is the heart of Darjeeling town. It is located on the top of Nehru Road and no vehicles are allowed in and nearby this small road. You can simply walk around the mall at your will, sit down, enjoy the warmth of the sun and enjoy the views of Kanchenjunga ranges on a bright clear morning. For many, Darjeeling Mall is the most happening place in the entire Darjeeling, having all the best tea shops, cafes, restaurants and curio shops. There are a young boy offering pony rides to the tourists also. This is the social center of Darjeeling town. The Chaurasta, which is an open space in the center of the town, is lined with small stores selling souvenirs, woolens, packets of tea, food items and a lot more. You can find the famous Glenrys located here in this lane. Glenrys Bakery and Cafe, also known as the Glenrys Cake Shop, is located at the ground floor of a two-storied white colonial building that displays its name in front. This is a prominent landmark of Darjeeling which exists since the British colonial days. Glenrys restaurant is located upstairs, which you can access through a stairway. There is an indoor as well as an outdoor seating area. The open terrace has a dining area with wooden top tables and chairs all lined up. The space is limited and there is only a single row of tables, all of which offer lovely view of the valleys of the mountains. So if there is no rain, this is usually the first section which gets filled up in the cafe. After having our lunch lately at around 4 and having a good time at Mall Road, we are now heading towards our last stop, which is Peace Pagoda. This is a Japanese temple as well as the Buddha temple is located adjacent to this pagoda.
With this, we had to end up our journey here as it was already getting dark and we had to reach Siliguri same day. Thanks for watching our vlog till the end and do like our video and also share with your friends for one-day trip to Darjeeling from Siliguri. It was too dark and the visibility was almost zero due to the dense fog on the roads. We must thank the drivers who drive on these hills to make our journey safe and memorable.